Holy Schmidt, I think there's people, like always, outside being nosy about shit that has nothing to do with them. I think people are outside of this is so weird. I talk in the vehicle, and it doesn't matter who or what I'm talking to. I'm in the vehicle, and the windows are up. So it's like I'm in my own vehicle, the windows are up, and it's like people sit and listen to what I'm saying. And I swear sometimes they're talking about what I'm saying in a car. I'm in a car with the windows up. Like, that's definitely nobody's business but my own. And I was talking about the joy of the motivation of the end of the world. End of the world motivation is to spoil good boys and good girls, as well as the children of God and godly, of course. But like, spoil everybody who's good, try to get out everybody who can be gotten out, or try to smuggle them out as the countries collapse and fall apart. Because, they're not going to talk about the money. They're not going to say they don't have any more money. Let's just say it out loud. They're not going to say, I can't produce money and God's won't let me have money and this country has no more money. They're going to lie and lie and lie, and the fucking country's going to collapse, because, that's what losers do. But, so we have a game plan. Us gods are going to tell good people lies. We're going to just lie and lie and lie and lie. And really make good people feel empowered to be the light of God and truth, and try to lead people out at the end of the world. But we're going to lie to them about how much everybody is so dead because they were just so disgusting and wouldn't stop being so disgusting. Why talk to good people about any of it? I mean, deep down, they're not stupid. Deep down, good people were getting sick and tired of the fact that pretty much everybody wanted to laugh and not stop. And nobody laughs at anybody that goddamn much. Good people, children of God, always wanted to vomit and get sick. I bet she probably is God, because no one ever laughs at anything this goddamn much. Nobody needs to talk about who's dead because they're so gross against God. And no one needs to give a shit how much they die. They didn't have to do it. No one has to ever do something against Jesus. And if you did something against Jesus, you're probably not going to live. Anybody would. Then let it go. We're just going to join as gods, grab all the good boys and the good girls, and pay attention to tomorrow and getting people out. And that's all we're going to do. We're not going to do anything else. And the joy of life is taking things out on people when they're so gross and just shouldn't have even thought twice about doing any of it. So really, I wasn't joking. If you ever talked about Jesus as fart you don't belong anywhere near ever, I would never stop making sure all heavens keep egging on everybody to keep killing you forever. Because Jesus' life, God damn it, don't you touch his life. Holy and sacred is something you work hard to get to. Being holy and sacred is very impossible to get to and requires death to get to. So if Jesus would have just not had to die ever, and if he would have just flown home, we were going to make him a really cool, fun way that because he came to that planet, people could get to heaven. But you're not a savior or a sacrificer. When you go to a planet, you live real nice and beautiful, and then you just go home and people get to go to heaven. But he would have been able to be one of those. Those are like saints, and they have other names when they're saving. So if they're a saint, they save a few people. They have a bigger fancy name when they save more people. And that's all it is. But they can't be a savior because they're not saving or sacrificing anything. So as soon as Jesus had to put up with too much abuse, too much fuck you to his face, see, then he's a savior or sacrifice. Once you put in death, that's a serious savior and sacrifice. But the point is, would you stop killing somebody who just had to be gross and he's already dying on a cross? No, you probably would never stop killing him. They didn't have any business even existing. Jesus was already dying. Would you ever stop killing somebody who just has to walk by Jesus on the cross and be that gross? No, you wouldn't. You'd never stop killing him, because that's just gross and sickening, and they didn't even have to think about it. See, and it goes with the fact that your brain, and ingrained in your brain right now, is I don't have a right to do anything against Jesus, and I already know it. Everyone does. God's put shit inside of you that always know to just leave heaven shit alone. But they just weren't gonna. So let it go. Good people live on and have a lot of really amazing things from really amazing gods. The rest wasn't meant to live on.